All right, what is up, everybody? I am my first weekend to the Shiny Badge Quest. I did some preliminary activities at the start of this week, but basically last night, I really started diving into the hunt. So I got about 340 encounters on the I got about 340 encounters on the first night, and just started raking up the like you need a battle Pokemon more to manipulate the odds. We'll get into it a little bit later, but basically I was um I was just like encountering as many Rookidee as possible. That was the ultimate target, along with Nickit, but Nickit has not the greatest odds, so I wasn't trying too hard. Then I was really focusing on Route One, so I defeated 250 Wooloos, and then basically, Squovit was my final Route 1 encounter that I wasn't totally excited about. There's a reason it's not in the picture below. Um, but then, lo and behold, I ran into this shiny Squovit after really didn't spend too much time hunting, honestly. Like, kind of insane. So we actually have to flip these odds back to zero at this point. And we can stop the hunts because we don't know what we're hunting yet. So I'm going to try to think of a way we can, yeah, we won't do the encounter table. Um, until. All right, so let's begin end hunt. Yeah, let's just exit out because we'll have to restart there. And then okay. We will hide these. Okay. Edit. First, we gotta fix this. We're on the route to badge 1 right now. All right, and then we gotta add this to the stream, and then we'll get started on leveling this guy up. I am not looking in the right places for these things. Okay. We'll do this ahead of time next time, but the encounters kind of mean nothing now, so. Oh, I mirrored this? How the hell did I do that? Right, we're gonna just delete it. I have no idea what I did there. OBS is still a bit of a mystery to me. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. Like that, actually. don't think we have the stream set up the right way. All right, here we go. We have a shiny Squovit here, and just caught this. I'm on the first leg of the shiny badge quest, so that's exciting. And basically what we're going to be trying to do now is beat the first gym, and I'm very excited to do it. All right, let's get going. We got to do some training here. Let's rip another bite. But yes, we got the shiny Squovit, named a Fat Tire after, I think, was it 1,126 encounters, so well above odds, but or well above or well under odds, I should say. But we did use the um, Brilliant Aura encounter that increased our odds of getting the shiny, so very exciting. And a funny story, I did not recognize that it was shiny at first and was actually complaining about it not being shiny. And lo and behold, it sparkled. So it was a pretty funny series of events. And here I am with the almost have the first leg down of this shiny challenge. I've been streaming for about 10 hours today, so we're getting a little bit tired, but still going strong. We are going to get through the first gym in this session. I promise you that. Yeah, we're just going for honor battle after honor battle to get Fat Tire leveled up here. I'm not sure how much damage Tackle does, but I think if it's 40, then Bite is doing the same amount of damage every time. But it's also, oh wow, I'll get to do that pretty soon. Actually, let's just start ripping Norenberry. Because we gotta just start taking advantage of this guy's ability. That's what we're looking for. It is unreal. I cannot believe that I got the shiny Squovit. It was not the longest of hunts, that's for sure. Was able to basically do it in one evening and a day. I took today off just so I could do some shiny hunting and stream, and I'm here because I took that day off and have my shiny now, and I can advance too. I'm not sure what my second target will be, but it might be Meowth. It's very likely. I got a cute little kitty cat that is somewhere right now, and basically I would love to get a little kitty cat on this team. We got the shiny Eevee right here. We're about to evolve that into an Umbreon. No items on the pickup poke so far, but this is such a cool run. I can't believe I did like one stream and then was basically able to lock in the shiny. Incredible. Don't you hate when condensation gets on your coaster from a wet drink, and then because of that condensation, the coaster then sticks to your can and then it falls. That's why it's a little dangerous to have any sort of coaster that can actually break. Those ones made out of stone, definitely would never have a glass one. That thing would just like bite the dust quick from that. Although I don't know if it would stick to glass the same way. I can't believe we did it. We're like gonna finish phase 1 tonight, which is insane. 10:30. We've been gaming since about noon, so we're about 10 hours in at this point. Holding strong. Still kind of in shock that we got the shiny so early. It was not technically not a full odds one. It was 1 in 840, but yeah, we're taking it. We'll get a full odds eventually. We're going to be getting so many encounters. The 1 in 496 will come. Let's see what we got down here. We're open to any more shinies, so if this ends up being a shiny Rookity, I'm going to flip the fuck out. No. That would have been the most legendary series of events. I basically have the 2 gyms covered. I would get through the second gym tonight. 100%. If we get the other shiny tonight, we might just like push this into 24-hour territory and just go nuts. Sky attack? Sky attack? Brilliant aura? Oh my god. That's insane. Alright, let's put Max out there. We can damage this thing down. I might even just start throwing balls. A sky attack? Fucking... Hopefully there's like... I think it has like 2 perfect IVs too, and maybe it'll have a good optimal nature and we can train it up at some point. There it is. I did not expect to be sky attacked from that freaking Rookity. That's insane. You will be Cloud. Oh, that would be a great shiny Rookity name. We'll have to think about that. It basically is the sword that Cloud carries around. Okay, let's actually... This is why we carry pickup Pokemon around, because I can revive. Fat Tire, I'm sorry for letting you faint, but I was just kind of baffled that it knew Sky Attack and stopped thinking. Alright, yeah, we'll get some... We're gonna need... Okay, let's see what this guy is. We'll take you with us. Why not? Unnerve, neutral, nature. Alrighty, we'll take it. No Sky Attack, for Christ's sake. It's insane. Alright. I don't want to get paralyzed, so we will avoid you. Oh yeah, I also need to give. If I'd had the berry, I think we would have been okay. This thing is going to be so cool. I'm going to make it the most competitive Greedent you've ever seen. It's got an attack increased nature, so we're definitely going to be going for... Excuse me. All right. All right, let's get a berry on this guy. Get the most out of him. I'm gonna need to farm some orange berries. And one thing I do need to do is give little Morty over here some catnip. All right, we actually, oh, you give it to the right guy. Perfect. Little Morty gets some catnip in celebration of us getting the early shiny. Let's go, Morty. All right. Time to advance the quest. I want to get to like level 10 and then I feel comfortable going to the wild area. Honestly, maybe like 12 because there's going to be some scary encounters there. So we just want to be, we do need to get to like level 25 before the gym. So we're going to be working for that. Oh, we can actually turn battle animations on after this. Could breed for a shiny Rookity at some point, but I don't think all the work we've done really helps that. But we'll Masuda method at least one. There's going to be one egg phase, and that will be pretty interesting. All right, still no items. I'm surprised about that. All right, here we go. Time to wipe the floor. Good job, buddy. Yep, this is going to be a fun guy to use throughout the game. We got 5 orange berries, so we're going to be we're going to be getting citrus berries on this guy, and it's just going to be able to basically heal back to full anytime we want. I think that's all we need there. And then, is there anything? Let's give it payback. I think that'll be some helpful coverage. And, well, we already have bite, though. I think we'll keep tail whip because we actually might need that for the gem. If we're struggling. Alright, now we're really going to see this guy in action. He just farms flinches all day, every day. Fat tire. What a beast. My cat is going a little nuts right now. Gave her some catnip, and she's having a good old time. Meowth might be the next hunt. I think that's honestly like what we're gonna end up hunting. It's a shiny I can actually see, which helps. And I just love Meow. I love cats. And Berserker is so cool. I think it's underrated. Who's on Claws? Oh wow. This thing is insane. Just casually no sky attack. So I was encountering a brilliant aura and it took out Fat Tire, and it was just basically sky attacking it over and over again and just took me out pretty quickly. It's very funny. I'm ready to see this berry pouch activate for the first time. I wish I had a little more hop around animation, but that's okay. This is basically less cool Pachirisu. That's World, and it gets an evolution that is kind of terrifying, but I want to strike that type of fear into my foes, you know what I mean? I want this being some crazy ass motherfucker that comes up, Fat Tire. It's gonna be fat, it's always gonna be packing a lip with a berry, just like that, and it's gonna be eat and healing and eating. Cheek pouch activates. We're eating. Let's go. Fat Tire, full health from an orange berry. That is ideal. Yeah, the Squelbit never stood a chance. We're gonna knock this little bad boy out with a tackle. Oh, it feels good to just like train something that I'm actually gonna use now. There's some non-shiny pokes on the team, but those are just pickup pokes. We're just trying to... I'm not going to be so strict that the only thing I can have. Stuffed cheeks. What the hell does that do? The user eats its held berry, and then sharply raises its defense stat, which is actually lowered by my ability. That is a very good... Wow, so I can just activate that whenever I want. Yep. That is going to be... We're going to use the PP up on that. That thing is sick. PP up is happening. That is a really cool move. I did not know that existed. Alright, let's sort this. Where's my PP up? Is that another pocket? Yeah, so worth it. Because we're gonna be... We'll save the orange berries because I don't think we're gonna need them much anymore. I think our shiny here is just gonna be able to power through it because he's a beast. Fat Tire. Plowing through fools. Oh yeah, easy money. Still haven't looked at the stats for Greedent, so let's just see where... Honestly, it's great defenses. This thing is going to be really good, actually. Oh, it just is ridiculously slow. So Hasty is kind of a waste. But maybe we make the fastest Greedent there ever was. It's very funny. What about Squoit? Is Squoit fast or is it slow? I don't even know. So it's slightly faster than Greedent, which is kind of hilarious. We got a level 24 evolution, so we're gonna have to get there before the gym. Need to double check what the level cap is too, because I don't know exactly what we're working with yet, but can't believe we got it. This is unreal. We've been drinking the low impact Fat Tires tonight, and it's working very well so far. We got Fat Tire, the freaking shiny Squovit, unreal, and I'm pretty sure the level cap is 25, but let me just double check. So the level cap is level 20. All right, so we're actually gonna go in with a Greedent. So this might be a little tougher than we think, but I think we'll be able to power through. Level 20 is such a high level cap for the first gym. That's awesome. Yeah, we're for sure gonna use all of the Oran berries through the wild area because we're just gonna be trying to get that berry pouch move or whatever it's called going. Should be targeting Rookies specifically because I'm pretty close to getting full odds for those, so I think I'm gonna hone in on those for the rest of this grind. We're just trying to get to like level 12 to 13. The more I think about it, I just want to have a little bit of leg room, and we're gonna see a surprise appearance from Shiny Eevee. Shiny Eevee will be evolving to an Umbreon relatively soon, so basically, once we're in the wild area, we're gonna put Eevee up front. Nickname Scout. Yeah, we're about halfway through, so I think it's going to go up pretty quickly in the wild area. And at that point, we are going to evolve it into a shiny Umbreon. It'll be very cool to see. All right. Roll out. Sock them. All right, yeah, we should actually just go back, double check encounter counts. We'll do a quick review before we leave here. I'm pretty sure there are more Rookies that I can encounter to finish this one off. Because I was getting pretty close to 1,000, sorry, 500 encounters for the Rookies, and I'm all for finding it later, but that being said, I don't think I'll come back for it. I think fate gave us what was due. So yeah, let's check real quick, see how close we are, because we might just finish that off as we level up Squilbit, and then 501. So we're already there. It doesn't matter what we battle. Wow. So we need to, anytime we see a Brilliant or a Rookidee, it's a 1 in 512 chance, I'm pretty sure. Squilbit was at 210. Impressive stuff, Squilbit. There's a party going on upstairs, and I'm feeling maybe a little bit of FOMO, but I was coming back from 7-Eleven and I saw that it said party in the back. There was a sign on our front door that said party in the back, so I was like, hell yeah, they're having some fun tonight. So we'll be on the same page. I'm going to be shiny hunting all night. They're going to be drinking, having fun, and socializing, but I'm socializing with the people here, so I don't find it antisocial overall. We're just trying to get this run going. We're going to hopefully, I don't remember what's available after this, but we're definitely going to target Shiny Meowth. I love the idea of a Shiny Toxel too. Toxel's so cute, but I think it's a little bit rare. I think there's one route we can actually chase that. It might actually be available after this, but I think I'm going to go for a Shiny Meowth if possible. I just need to figure out when that comes into the fray. But yeah, if any shiny, because there are a couple other shinies that I was targeting on this, so I'll take pretty much anything else in this route. If I got another shiny Squilbit though, I would like die. It'd be hilarious, but we're not doing 2 shiny Squilbits, although it will be a tag along partner if it does, if we were to find another shiny Squilbit. So actually now we want everything but Rookidee. We only care about Brilliant Aura Rookidee at this point. And Brilliant Aura everything else, because the odds are expanded for the encounters here. We're going to have to start from scratch on the next one, but we're going to beat the gym first. It'll be great. Time for some seltzer. Gotta hydrate. Oh, that was Torment. That's a pretty cool one. Maybe I should catch that. I should start catching these. Oh, too late. I killed it. Torment's not that cool of a move. Zigzagoon, what do we want to drop Leer? Alright, we gotta have some items now. We'll do a quick item check after this. I certainly won't be using repels for this entire run because I am trying to encounter as many Pokemon as possible, but I can probably sell them. Not a completely useless item. I guess it's useless if you are selling them, but I think Super Repels will fetch a decent price at the Poké Center. One of their best moves was consolidating the Poké Center with the Pokemart. Going to two places. Just I only need to get steps in my real life, not in my game world. Alright. It's kind of cool because right now we actually don't want Rookies. We only want Brilliant Aura Rookies, so we've wiped a defeat encounter off the table. We have many, many more to go, but we're going to be looking at pretty good odds for a good amount of routes in this game by the end of this run. And I'll have to, if this run goes well, I might consider just purchasing the DLC and staging a few hunts there for later in the game. I don't think I would do that till like past the 5th gym, but I'd be interested to see, like, that'll really open up the options and we can do some different storylines in the middle of this. I think it'll be a little more entertaining because it still is advancing the main plot and we got to do it somewhere, so being forced to advance the DLC plot would be pretty fun. And I'd really like to do a Crown Tundra hunt before the Elite Four. So we'll do the 8 gym badges, and then we'll either do a full odds, a legendary hunt, or do something in the Dynamax Den, or Dynamax Adventures, because there are a lot of really cool options that would be cool to bring in, so I could kind of cater the hunts and target specific legendaries to bring onto the team for the Elite Four. It's funny, when I was growing up, and honestly, up until recently, I really never used the legendaries. I did a couple times. Like, I've used Zapdos a couple times in the Elite Four. I think I used Articuno once when I was younger. And then Lugia I've definitely used before. But most playthroughs I avoided legendaries. There was one Heart Gold playthrough I did a while back. It was back in college. And I was I caught the Raikou and the Entei in Heart Gold before getting to the Elite Four, so I just had these 2 beasts on my team, and they have the worst move pools, but it's a legendary, so it just survives hits, and they were instrumental in me winning. But that was cool. I used Dialga in Pokemon Diamond for sure. I remember bringing him to the Elite Four. That's when I was learning how to teamcraft. I think I played in elementary school and then played the old games for a while, but then I remember getting Diamond. And it was the first time I was really thinking about team composition, and I had like a team of 3. So I remember having a Sneasel or a Weavile. I remember having Torterra. I had at least one other Pokemon, then I caught Dialga, and that was on my champion team. It's a shame I don't have that save file anymore because that was really cool. But that was like the first time I realized you could really get creative with teams and not use just one Pokemon or 2. Because when I was younger, I would definitely fall into the habit of only training your starter and getting to level 100, but I would switch around to different Pokemon. I remember there was this one playthrough of Yellow where I had my Pikachu, and it was like doing pretty well. It was at level 30-ish, but I also had a Geodude, and I was trying to evolve it by leveling up I got it to 25, turned to a Graveler, but I had like a level 50 Graveler, and I kept waiting for it to evolve into a Golem, and I was disappointed as a child, but that was a pretty epic. Oh, we got a potential shiny here. That would be insane. But no dice. We have encountered quite a few of the Nickets now, so if they ever come up in a future route, I'm ready to chase one down, because also a very cool Pokemon, and I feel like it brings out the best in Dark type, in my opinion. It looks like one. And it just is something that steals, so you just get a Thief, and then it just has this certified niche as a stealer of things. Alright. We actually want to catch this guy. Forgot to heal up, so we'll switch over to something else. Bring out the other Zigzagoon. Whittle this down a little bit. Let me just see the exact... There's actually no point, because we'll get the XP regardless, so... Let's bring in... Max. Oh, we got some items. In the dock. Another Super Potion. We will take it. Need as many of those as possible. We're going to be using those in the wild area, that's for sure. So we'll save those. We'll use the regular potions for now. And I think we'll survive. Alright, let's catch this. We'll premiere this guy, ball this guy. Alright, let's potion up my school bit before I forget. We're at a level 11. We're getting to the point where I think I'm going to shoot for level 13, and then we're jumping into the wild area. And we'll get some fun advancements in the plot here. Because we got an evolution queued up, a very cool evolution that everyone should stick around and watch. Let's start moving back this way. Definitely don't need to encounter any more Squilvet. In fact, I do not want my odds to increase at all anymore for Squilvet. And we have another Brilliant Aura Squilvet over there. If I get another one, I'm going to freak the fuck out. That would be insane. 2 shiny Squilvet in one night. They would both be on the team, but it wouldn't count towards the advancement. So I'd just go into the first gym with two shiny Squilvet. That would be hilarious. Hopefully they'd have different abilities, but oh my god. They would for sure tag along. Alright. And no shiny. That would be a slight nightmare, honestly. Not an actual nightmare, but you know what I mean. Let's get some Fallout, or some rollout peeking. I'm thinking about Fallout lately. Fallout has some good stuff in the pipeline. I'm really excited to see Obsidian do another Fallout game. They did a great job the first time. A lot of the people left, but I did read, like a lot of the developers at least, but the same director is there, so I feel like it's in good hands, and hopefully. And overall their games have been good, but I feel like they've just followed such a well-established brand and like world that I think there's actually a pretty good chance that, like, because I don't think they've missed on their games. I just don't think that the worlds they build are as cool, but they don't really need to figure out that creative direction of the game because Fallout's already established. So I think they can do a really cool world in the Fallout universe. I just hope it's a little bit more geared towards how Bethesda. Yeah, I mean, I guess they'll, because they're doing the New Vegas remake, which I'm sure will be very faithful to the. Or I don't know if they're doing it actually, but they're doing their own Fallout game, so that'll be really interesting to see how that pans out. Because like I think that they can pull it off and have a really strong entry in the series, but they're just gonna need to really, what am I trying to say? They're just gonna really need to capture that plot, but I hope they keep the Bethesda like playstyle because I've one thing that stopped me from playing the Outer Worlds is like once you complete an area, there's really not that much to do. Whereas I feel like in Bethesda's versions of the games, there's so much to explore, so many items to get, and there's kind of recurring random encounters that really keep the world interesting. So I hope it doesn't just like you deplete the zone and then move on to the next one because that doesn't feel like a Bethesda or a Fallout game. I know it's an Obsidian game, but I just hope they stick to the formula of how Bethesda's game work. All right, well, take the naked encounters because this is one that will, before we head to Wetchers, we're going to do a full review of the decks and see where we're at from battles. I have no idea what we're going to find in the wild area or any of the future routes, so we're going to have to kind of assess where we're at, see if there's any targets here that I want to go after in the future. I kind of like the idea of Wooloo and Nickit, but I'm really ready to branch out. I'm kind of done with this zone overall. There's so many good encounters coming up in the next sections, so it's going to be fun to just have more Pokemon to start taking out and racking up those encounters. All right. Oh, and it ran away. It's too bad. Although I am just slightly terrified of getting another shiny Squirtle. That would just be so anticlimactic and it would feel like a waste almost. Yeah, we'll get the Choodle encounters here because shiny Choodle is probably the only one from this first route that's still in play. Rookidee, of course, just because we already did most of the work. So if we're struggling on one, we might jump back. But I think we have what we need to really just go after whatever shiny we want. We're already ahead of the curve here. In theory, I've just done 1/8 of this entire challenge. We might do some add-ons if this stream goes well. This might turn into a pretty good series. Don't faint on me yet. Squirtle, I need you. Alright, we're at level 12. Once we get to level 13, we're gonna GTFO and take on the wild area. So close. Oh, I do need to take the items off my Zigzagoons. I might even have more now. Yeah, there's no way the Zigzagoons take me out. That's the famous last words. Alright, so this is a 2-shot. Just don't miss. I know you're better than this. Don't let the sand affect you. Nice job. And we got it. Alright, let's check the items, because I bet we got hopefully some extra loot to... Alright. Yep, we got 2 items. More repels to sell. We'll take it. Not exactly what we're looking for, but... We want the held item. Alright, let's nature reveal this bitch. And we got a... Bashful. I think that's neutral. I didn't see anything pop up with color. Yep, we'll rack up some. This is definitely on the table for a future shiny. I already have one from the Dynamax Adventures a while back, but it's just an iconic poke for this gen, 100%. Alright, we got the kill if we can hit. Ooh, that's a little precarious though, isn't it? Probably around a 50-50 hit rate now. And he clutches up. Fat tire, you dog. Alright, I actually really like this Zigzagoon encounters that we're getting here. I think we should at least get to the point where it's a little bit more than full odds when we get the brilliant auras. Alright, almost dead. We'll use a potion after this. After we knock this guy out. Alright, keep it going, but first we do need to heal up a little bit. Yeah, we got potions. We'll buy a couple before we head out, though. Gotta take care of our boys. No more tackle. Alright, so we are down to just roll out. Retro. We might get stuck. Well, if we miss, we can get out, but oh yeah, we're also healed up. We're totally fine here. Just hope we hit. Alright, now even if we miss, I think we can bite to kill. If we can hit. Come on, clutch up. It was bound to happen. Alright, hopefully this kills. I'm sure it will. So we're dealing with a pretty slow poke here, so we're gonna have to figure out the best way to utilize this going second. I think we're gonna have to berry patch a lot, so we'll go pack in some berries in the lip, and then we will. Oh, we got another Zigzagoon encounter. Hell yeah. Alright, halfway to level 13, and then we advance. I think we'll be at the right level at that point, because we'll level up pretty quickly, but 20 is the level cap, so we really can't get too high, and I think there's going to be a lot of good encounters and probably some battles in the wild area, so we'll get the opportunity to get to that level cap, and we got a couple fun things to do in there as well. Alright, gotta give encounters up for you. Alright, 11:15. We've been on stream for about over 10 hours. We're coming up on 11 hours or so. So this has been a busy day, but making so much progress on this thing. I can't believe it paid off, and then we actually got the shiny roll. Hit that shiny frame, baby. Oh, and we had the speed tie. Got to go first this time, and he's done. Bye-bye. Alright, let's do a quick item check. Nothing. That sky attack Rickety might have been the encounter number 500, or I think it was 501 for that one. But we should try to catch one because I think you get a cool mark, or you have an increased chance of getting a mark on a poke if it's caught. If it's caught after 500, so we gotta keep an eye out for that. If we see any, we're obviously gonna battle everyone, but we might just go straight for a catch on it. We'll probably try to premier ball that thing. Alright, be right back. 1 second. we are going to order some Uber Eats. I am feeling some Five Guys. Actually, I'm going to do DoorDash because I think I have the membership through my credit card for that. So let's take this guy out in the meantime. You just a regular old normal Squovit. You're no shiny. Alright. No level up yet? What do I got for topics on here? Yep, that's it. Okay. Ideal encounter. Nah, we got ice cream, so we'll just keep it simple. Hopefully we get the level up soon because we are running out of PP here, man. Wow, PP here, man. Wow, I'm actually not gonna. Roulette actually counts for. As long as we don't miss, we'll be able to finish them off. We'll have a surprise shiny guest up front in a second. Getting some Five Guys. It's gonna be so good. I have not eaten enough tonight, so. No, we're not. We're not learning Fury Attack. Not when we got Sky Attack on it already. I forgot to switch out the new shiny, but we will get them in right now. This isn't a one shiny team. This is actually a two shiny team. We're doing pretty good. Pretty good. And Eevee obeys. What a stud. We're getting real close to a shiny, or a shiny Umbreon. We just gotta level up a little bit more. Get you up front. Take these useful items. Honestly, the potion's pretty clutch. It's one less I need to buy at the mart. Alright. We are soon going to see a shiny Umbreon. Exciting stuff here, folks. A little shower right there. We're ripping seltzers right now. This is a pretty obedient shiny Eevee, let me tell you. It is fair game to be using this shiny Eevee throughout and soon to be Umbreon throughout the playthrough. We just can't use it in the gym battles. That's where I'm drawing the line. But it's going to help us advance through just so we have some extra support. And we have potential another shiny Squote, and we do not. That would have been insane. Now, how did I go slower? That's kind of insane. Oh, I've already not obeyed beforehand. Yeah, this might be a little annoying, but we're gonna power through. I wonder how much XP this thing's actually gonna get. 37 is pretty good, actually. We might level up here. I'm not too concerned about where we level up exactly, but where we evolve this guy, but I was kind of hoping the wild area, which still might happen. We're just waiting until Squovit's level 13, and then we can heal up and get out there, but oh, are we level 13? We might be there. Yep. Alright. Time to... We got another Polka Doll, which I will not be using, but that's pretty cool. We are ignoring all encounters unless they have Brilliant Aura. That is the rule, as of just now. We are advancing to the wild area. It's about time. And we'll get a shiny Umbreon pretty soon. That'll help us along the way. Alright. Gonna have to do some switching here. Eevee has a really weird cry in this game. I don't know if it's because I'm getting like a muffled sound from the Elgato, but or sorry, OBS, but it does not sound super normal. Alright, now we keep powering through. Goodbye Route 2, goodbye Route 1. We are headed towards the wild area. This is gonna be crazy. Alright, let me just let's check. No items, okay. We got 3 pickup Zigzagoons and a Linoon. Sorry, 2 Zigzagoons, 1 Linoon, all no pickup, so we're gonna be farming some items and leveling all these guys up. Probably end up with like 3 Linoons at some point. Here we go. This is exciting. I think we go down here. Let's make some last minute purchases before we head out. Yep, we're gonna need plenty more of these. Yeah, we're balling out right now. And we'll just get like 10. Alright, now we're set. Okay. Now, we healed up, correct? Yes, we did. So we need to give you an Oran Berry, and we're going to start the next stage in our journey. Huge. Yeah, we're leading with Squovit, but we're going to bring in Eevee pretty early on. Hopefully it doesn't level up the first battle, but if it does, hopefully it's a battle and we can do some switching so and get some shine when it evolves. We get one more gift. Oh, camping gear, not bad. I don't think there's any way to manipulate the shiny odds. Wow, I just got a text from my fiance and she's in the UK right now. So it is 6 a.m. and they're up. Or honestly, less must be like 4 a.m. So she's just jet lagged. Oh, that was our mom. I see. That makes a little more sense on who these strange women are talking to us. It's been so long since I've been in my house. This is way too realistic. Just scrolling, looking at these things. So far, Pokemon Shield is becoming very high up on my list. I think this game is a blast. All right, we got some more people to talk to. This is huge. All right, we're going to be able to. We're really opening up the encounter table now. It's kind of funny because technically I could have come out here before, but oh, I got a Pikachu. That would have been a funny reset. It's probably shiny locked though. We name Pikachu Morty around here. I don't know why. I've just always done that. Yeah, that's a guy, so that fits. Might have picked another name if it were another poke. Box Cloud. We'll take the Pikachu. That'll be a fun little guy to have in the party. Five Pokedolls. I already have two. We're rolling in them. What do we got here? So we got Pokeballs. Don't need any of those. Let's get some potions. We're going to be broke, but I think we will for sure not regret getting some potions. And we're off. This is incredible. I wonder if we'll get another battle before I'd like to see. Look at that. It's beautiful. Alright. What's this lady tell us? Well, that's an important NPC for us. What we got over here? Alright, yep, so we have a full range of the camera now. That's pretty fun. Pretty sure there's like an Onyx out here. I don't know if it comes out at night, but I remember running into like a level 30 Onyx out here and may or may not have gotten obliterated by it. Probably ran, although it is pretty fast. It just doesn't have a high attack, so it's really not too much of a threat. Ooh, Dynamax Adventure, or the Dynamax dens are introduced now, so I wonder if we can Dynamax yet. Yeah, we do have the band, so that'll be fun. Interesting. Oh, that's awesome. I forgot you can, that'll be really convenient for these hunts now, so I won't have to go back to the Poké Center necessarily. Oh, we got some Dynamaxes already. I see like the purple one, so we're gonna farm these up. Alright, here we go. There is the Onyx. We will avoid you for now, but we'll come back later. Alright. Snow Run? Oh no, it's Metapod. Yeah, we'll catch a Metapod. Helps the dex completion. Interesting. So let's rip some tackles. We're gonna level up so much more quickly now. Alright, let's start having balls because I don't want to take that much damage. I gotta get out of this hail. Oh, I did not mean to throw a Premier Ball, but I guess that would be a pretty cool Metapod. Gotta save those for the potential shinies, though. I would like to get some access to different types of balls before the next hunt, but we'll take what we can get. I don't really care for vanilla. Definitely not going to be the hunt. That's one that's really hard to tell. It's shiny when you get it. What do we got over here? Bunnelby? Bunnelby's cool, but we already... There's Diggersby. We're going to avoid you. Oh, it's nice to be able to change the angle of everything as I go now. And we're going to really start farming items. Pickup is a little less useful in this game just because you have access to the oh, we get some watts. I'm gonna start farming this shit up. Oh, Tyrogue. Yeah, that's gonna be something we hunt down. But we are in danger right now if it does any fighting moves, so we should try to swap to something else. Pretty much my whole team is weak to fighting, so I gotta be careful here. Honestly, I trust you. Let's get a tackle off, and then we're gonna catch this guy. Alright, we can get through this without taking any hits. That would be ideal. Let's go. I want to catch this guy. This would be a pretty fun hunt, too. It is in consideration now. Deciding which shiny one to evolve this in would be very interesting. It requires some EV training too, so that'd be an interesting evolution actually. Got some 5 guys on the way. I'm very excited to eat. I've somehow not gotten hungry until like midnight basically. But I had a late lunch and now I'm having a late dinner. I'm just like 3 hours behind on my schedule, that's all. Let's go. Call this, we're gonna name this Shadow. Oh, I never considered any of the Hitmons in my top Pokemon, but there's probably at least one that's like worthy of it. Alright, let's drop Morty. Yeah, we're not even gonna catch Vanillite. We'll see how bored we get, but there's so many Pokemon to catch here, I'm just not even gonna bother with it for now. If I want to at some point, I'll try, but... Alright, first battle in the wild area. Let's see how it goes. I think we still are packing the Oran Berry, so we got some heals. Ooh, we got a Grookey here. Let's go. Alright. Let's rip the stuffed cheeks. That'll be fun. Now we're real bulky, and we're gonna go up to full health. That is a nifty move right there. I'm gonna love doing that. Basically just get full heals and get a huge buff at the same time. Yeah, tank. Absolute tank. Not gonna have speed, so let's try to get a tackle going. Squirt's first real trainer battle. Pretty cool stuff. Alright. Yeah, take it out. We might begin the big evolution here. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh no, not yet. Unless... No, not there just yet, but we will soon. I think we have to put Eevee in the lead now. Ooh, actually, we're gonna get all three. I think we can get the Evo here. Let's try a rollout, though. We might be able to sweep with our little Squovit here, and you're the priority, let's be honest. Alright, we just don't want to die. No burn, please. Take it out. We might get the sweep here from our mighty Squovit. We have good defense, so we're scared of a little bit of special attacks from Sobble, which it very well might have, but oh, we missed, and we died. That's too bad. But here we go. This is going to be legendary. Just watch this. Good performance by Shiny Squovit, but we're bringing in the Shiny Eevee here. And this is just going to be a 6 sequence right here, so we're going to... Hopefully it'll obey. Let's get a little quick attack off. And, oh, but the hail is going to take it out. This is going to be great. Sobble's a pretty cool design too. I love that, but I really hope this is enough for the level up. I think it will be. Come on. And we got it. Alright, everybody. Get ready to soak this all in. This is going to be sick. We're going to have to go back and heal, but we got something special teed up right here. Oh boy. It's evolving. What are we going to get? What are we going to get? I'll give you a hint. It's nighttime. Sylveon. Oops. I definitely know a shiny Sylveon. It must know a fairy move. Oh, baby doll eyes. That's hilarious. But that is a great shiny. Even better, I've used Umbreon so many times. But now we got a cool... wow. That was a funny surprise. Alright, so... we got a... pretty sweet shiny Sylveon to take. I want to nose Pixelate. This thing's actually going to be great to just keep in the back. It will be really entertaining for shiny hunts to bring this guy in. Alright, we're going to bring him up front. Get a couple encounters. That's insane. I didn't even consider the chance that it would become a Sylveon. That's so funny. I just had my mindset on Umbreon, but I'm honestly really glad because I think, honestly, Sylveon's something I've never used, so it'll be really fun to just really get to know Sylveon during this challenge. Alright, so we're bringing this here. We don't like quick attack. We'll reorder that if we start doing some shiny hunts with it, because we're going to need all the attacking moves as close as possible. I hope it's not hailing everywhere, because it is chipping away damage on us, and I'm just going to have to stay even more on top of healing up, but let's see. Yes, please heal me. head to the left this time. We're going to avoid you. Oh. Got a couple items here. Alright. We'll always take free items. Did you see another one? Oh, the snow's playing tricks on my eyes. Oh, we can camp too. That'll be fun. Alright, yeah, we'll get some camps going too. That'll be interesting. My 5 guys arrive soon, at which point we will take a short break, but oh, it's saying the stream ended. I don't think it has. Here we go. Alright, 8 berries. We'll take that because we're going to need as many as possible for Squovid here. It's going to be always packing something. I think we got to go down there and get that crazy ass Gigantamax. We're going to make the first one pretty epic. Oh, we got a Butterfree up there. Very nice. I think we're dealing with some hail across the whole entire wild area, which will be interesting to navigate. Alright, what do we got here? I can't even tell what that is. Only one way to find out. But first, let's get a... we gotta get Squovid in front. And then we can even... oh yeah. And then when we Dynamax, it's gonna... oh, we might want to go online. That'll be kind of fun. Yeah, we'll hop online so we can show off the shiny Squovid to strangers on the interweb. Riolu. Well, that is pretty incredible. Okay, so we are totally going to Dynamax here. Alright, now we need to see what 90. What was the special defense stat? Alright. Let's try to lower the speed and then we'll hit it with some max darknesses to hopefully have Clefairy hit with some special moves to hit it out. But first let's try to secure the speed advantage. I got a real Slowpoke here, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you. That will actually be perfect, especially if you use something like Counter. Oh yeah, it's gonna eat that up. We're not worried about that at all. Alright. Pretty good damage. Alright, so now we for sure got the speed advantage. We love that. Oh, perfect, Togepi. Probably should have given you the Dynamax. Actually, that's not going to be very effective, so... yeah, I think we just keep ripping the stab boosted max strikes. 90 stab move versus like I think it resisted. Dynamax move really wouldn't do that much damage. It'd be creeping down slowly. Alright, huge. Alright, Draining Kiss. And we got it. Let's go. Alright, this is gonna be we're gonna attempt a Premier Ball because Riolu is a G. We only got 7 left, but I'm willing to take that risk. And do we catch it? It's not guaranteed like this in Dynamax Adventures. I'm used to being very low stress when... and we caught it. Nice catch. That's an awesome one. We'll be able to evolve that on the team too. Oh, I didn't even see what items we got. I think we usually get some pretty good ones, right? It can use waves called auras to gauge how others are feeling. The same waves can also tell this Pokemon about the state of the environment. We love Riolu. We're gonna name you Mac. Send you the box, but you're gonna get taken out at some point. You also got the Dynamax. You got the boosted. Alright, we're out of the... Already have 2 of those. Temple, that's a pretty cool one. I don't think I want it. I've been playing a lot of Gen 5s lately though, so I don't think we'll hunt that, but good to know it's there. We got Wooper. Yeah, we'll catch a Wooper. Wooper's too cute. It's a fan favorite for a reason. Alright, let's get a tackle on there. Speed, okay, we can deal with that. That should be enough. Yes, we will learn Headbutt, and we will say goodbye to Tackle. Yeah, we're gonna try to get the Tyro to evolve. I'm not even gonna look at the nature or anything, so I can be surprised by what it evolves into. This is Dome because the Wooper line has shiny domes. Getting a little bit of dex completion work in here. I don't think we're going to hunt everything because the wild area just has so much stuff going on. I don't think we need to go after literally everything, but alright. That's a temple. I'm gonna have to update the banner down there so we can track the shiny team. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to frame that up because I think there'll be some cool. We'll get the shiny Sylveon in there just because we love that. All right, and we are gonna go right back to Dynamax because why wouldn't we? And this time, yeah, we'll still max strike to start because we need to get as much speed advantage as possible. But I think with the Torkoal we should do pretty well. It just so out levels Temple at this point that I think even if it uses like an eruption on a water type, it'll actually work out well. Soul Rock will do nothing, as it does. Well, it outspeeds us now, and we won't get any advantage for the next round, but that's okay. Spam it. Huge. Freaking Soul Rock. That's all it ever does. Beyond frustrating. What are we looking at for damage? Pretty good. I think we still gotta fight the... We still gotta fight the speed battle. I think we just keep max striking until we get at least some of the guys with an advantage. And did it survive? Yes, it did. Nice. That was gonna be slow regardless. Torkoal's the slowest thing there is. Alright, we don't hate that, but I would like for you to attack in some sort. Alright. Got some good damage there. Now oh, we got the crit. I was like, that seems like it did a lot more than the last time. I'm gonna take a quick break after this. I gotta get my meal ready. We got some Five Guys on the way, and I'm very excited to eat it. And hopefully, yep, there it is. Nice job, Soul Rock. You came through in the end. Forgive you. Well, we got the 10 pole in the decks, if we catch it here, but I wasn't gonna hunt one though, so I'm glad we got the dex entry, and it'll be a cool Gigantamax or Dynamax form, whatever the hell it's called. And we got it. Let's go. Oh, we actually got the TR, so we gotta check what we picked up for the Riolu encounter. You are Greg. What's up, Greg? I did not mean to do that, but hold on. What we can do now is go right to our boxes. Let's do some cleanup here. Okay, so our box 2, this belongs on page 1. Is that where? No, that's not it. And yeah, this we can. No, this is the one we got to evolve because it has Sky Attack, which is pretty unreal. Very cool. Metapod. Accidentally caught in a Premier Ball. Shout out. 10. Okay, so you belong there. Where do you belong? 15. Wait, what's wrong? Oh, yeah, you belong back here. What am I talking about? This is the one we want to level up, though. Because, yeah, I think it's a special attacker, so we don't want to level up that one if we were going to. 300, damn. Special attack, that's fine. Okay, so it'll be even more frail. So this is box 10, right here. 100, 496, 100, and I need you back because you are the star of the show. Goodbye, Temple. 132, so you are box 5, 26, 32. Swift swim plus speed minus attack. That actually might be useful. We may be able to finagle training that thing up. Crabby. That's a funny shiny. I don't think I'll go after it, but I've taken notice, don't you worry. Let's get a quick save in, and I'm going to set up my dinner place. Everybody, I'm headed out. It was a fun stream today. I will be posting a video in the next day or two on chapter one being complete. Peace.
strange after all. Then for other functions of the Gen 1 PC that don't involve Pokemon storage, there's item storage, which was very useful since the Generation 1 Pokemon games, your backspace on your player was very limited, so you were forced to deposit access items in the PC all the time. And look, I'm not going to get to the logistics of like storing a whole limited into a PC, let alone a full breathing Pokemon, but item storage in the PC would eventually go away in Pokemon games since the back will later become infinite, making PC storage obsolete. You could even call Professor O from the PC like in the anime and have him evaluate your Pokedex, but then there's the Hall of Fame where you can see your team that you used to be in before, and that's basically for Generation 1 PCs, at least on the actual Game Boy. You see, since I too am also a relic of the 1900s, I have this ancient device called the Nintendo 64 to my right, which you probably can't see because it's out of frame. And no, the 64 does not say for the year it was released. I'm not that old, I promise. You see, in the earlier generations of Pokemon, they like to release companion games to the main series games that allow you to get prizes and even store Pokemon in them, basically making Pokemon Stadium 1 a secondary PC that you could use. I barely used this feature as a kid, since it really wasn't needed in Generation 1. I did have a prize Kabuto waited for me though when I was recording this part of the video for beating something in Pokemon Stadium, I guess. I don't remember what. Pokemon Stadium is cool like that and can give you Pokemon like Kabuto, which you would never normally be able to get if you picked Omanyte. Probably have bigger problems if you pick Omanyte over Kabuto anyway. And as archaic and outdated as the PC system is in the cartridge games, the PC system on Pokemon Stadium is just as bad. Like, look, maybe I'm being dumb. Okay, I'm being dumb, but using this PC system was like trying to place an order on the Taco Bell app on your phone while wearing boxing gloves. And look, don't ask me how I know that, but unfunny YouTuber jokes aside, what in the distortion world am I looking at here? I don't know why this is all text and barely any pictures. Like, what kind of operation are you running here, Professor Oak? You can view all your Pokemon stats here in a list at least, and even send a box from your collection to be stored into Stadia. They're trying to. For all I know, these Pokemon might be lost to Stadia forever because I have serious doubts that Stadia will save them properly after like 30 years. I didn't even find one option to view my Pokemon in GTA and even reorder a Pokemon to be scary. Wanted to. Pokemon Stadium 1, thank you for the traveling to an overall being an awesome game, but your PC storage sucks, and it sucks in Generation 1 as well. No surprise here, but Gen 1, like, you're going into now to watch my sweet child, Generations. You know, I've been really into Generations lately. Gen 1 fans call me Gen 1, and you call me a Johto. I'm sorry I said that. This time I actually played Crystal for Stadium 2, just an exception level gameplay. Although, when I do this, it stops to load like every 30 seconds. Like, I don't know why it does that. PC Johto is also made by Bill, like in Generation 1, but for Generation 2, the PC system is very similar to Generation 1. This time you have 2 more boxes totaling 14, which fill 20 Pokemon each for 280 total slots. That's only 29 more slots than our Pokemon in Generation 2, which seems kind of low, and strangely the Japanese versions actually have 10 less total slots because they have 9 boxes that hold 30 Pokemon each, working out to 270 total Pokemon. I don't know why they made the counts different, but at least this time you have a picture of the Pokemon in your box with the name and actually like that. Overall, this interface is a bit cleaner, but unlike Generation 1, boxes that already have Pokemon in them don't have a Pokeball next to them anymore, which is kind of odd when you're switching boxes. Then for extra features, you can still store items in your PC like in Generation 1, and spell Professor Oak so he can yell at you for not catching up Pokemon. Then there's mail, and not email, it's just physical mail you somehow put into a computer. I still don't get it. I have this letter from Randy stating the dark cave leads to another road. Thank you, Randy, for that valuable information. Then, of course, Generation 2 has the 64 game it can link up to for more storage and Pokemon Stadium 2. Now, you
Well,
can use
we have
Pokemon
been
Stadium 2
accidentally
in
streaming this whole
Japan,
time.
which is Pokemon Stadium
I
1
thought
rest of
I
the world.
could
Pokemon Stadium 2,
stop
which was called
recording.
Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver in Japan. I know it's confusing, but
Oops. All right.